So we're in the back. This is where all of our firewood has been coming from lately. There's a couple really big ash trees down that I want to get pulled out. I was hoping to pull them out with the tractor, but the battery on the tractor is dead again, so we're charging that back up. I accidentally left the key on last time I charged it. Not a big deal though. So the ash borer, I believe, was somewhere around 2002. So if that is the case, if these were impacted in 2002, that means some of these trees, you know, they didn't fall down that year. Probably they probably took a couple years to die off and then you know, fall over. So they've probably been down for up to 15 years for some of these. You know, how true that is, I don't know. Some of these have been kind of free air. They got lucky and weren't sitting directly on the ground. So some of these I could believe they've been down for a long time. I would say probably at least 10 years for a lot of these trees that have been down. So my path from the woods back up to the front here, this big pile of brush is kind of in my way. There's a bunch of it over here. So I'm going to kind of burn this, get it out of the way, and then we can have a nice clear path again to get our wood back here. All right, now we got a fire going. All right, we're driving to the back here. We're gonna see what we can do with the truck. Bumpy ride. It's a little tough with the plow on the front of the truck going through the woods. All right, so just as I thought, the truck does not pull trees. So combination of bad rope, you know, wrong rope, and a truck that really barely runs in the first place. But it was worth a try, and it was kind of fun to do. So, you know, we know the tractor pulls it out, so I'll just wait for the tractor to fire up. That thing just yanks it right out, so we'll just wait for that. That's the way easier route. So it's still in the charger, should be about ready to go. So we finally got the farmall running right. We had to take the carburetor off, clean it up a little bit. I'll show a time lapse of that. Alright, so I just changed up my strategy a little bit. I found some chains. We're getting rid of the yellow rope. That was kind of silly to even try to use. So we're going to hook it up these chains. They're actually already hooked up. We'll give her a yank and see what happens. Alright, as you can see, that definitely works. I did break, I'm assuming, a bolt. My chain came apart, but you know, this tree is pulling out. Whoa, is that a big tree? Yeah. It's a giant tree. Pretty cool. So this is how we get our heat in the winter. I just pull all these trees out, and they're nice and dried. Like I said earlier, they've been sitting around here for a long time, just drying out. Pretty cool. We'll get the rest of this dragged out. Hopefully we can get another tree. So I finally got this tree drug out of the woods. It's an awesome ass tree. And you can see all this, that's all from that ash borer that came through. Huge tree. It's gonna be great for heat. Ash burns nice and hot. Look at this wood. Oh yeah. So the farmall is doing good, even with the brush guard on it. All right, going back for tree number 2. First tree is over there. You can see our fire is burned down pretty good. That's that big tree that we just pulled out right there. you can see these trees here, a little smaller than the last tree, but you know, it's off the ground completely all the way down. So this thing should have very minimal rot. Got a nice big split right down the middle here. Yeah, this thing's been sitting for a while. Pretty cool to see some of these trees. So it got a little dark on us, but we got that last log back up to the house. So that'll make 2 big logs. I've started cutting up this other big one, the first one that I pulled out. Good, solid, dry wood. It's going to be good for heating our home. So that's a wrap for today's video. I'm going to sit here by this fire, stay nice and warm. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. About 97% of you guys watching my videos are not subscribed. So please, please, please consider subscribing. I'm just doing all farm stuff, farmalls, as you've seen today, square body trucks. It's all just fun farm stuff. So with that being said, you guys have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.